Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about everything we know so far about the LEGO Star Wars Summer 2022 wave. Now today we got a lot of new set numbers and prices, which we are going to be talking about. I have 14 which I want to talk to you about, that's a lot. But first I'm going to talk to you about some sets that we already know more details about that are technically coming in the summer, or just slightly rumored to be coming in the summer. So what I'm going to count as in the summer is anywhere between June to the end of the year. So that includes set 75325, which is the Boba Fett set. Set will retail for $70 US. By the way, all prices in this video are in USD, and this will be coming out on May/June 1st. There's a lot of debate on whether this set and some of the other sets are coming out on May or June. We will have to wait and see though, but currently if they are listed for May or June, I will be saying that they release in June. Know that this set will come with 4 minifigures, but other than that we don't know anything, and it's not going to be spoiled because this set does contain some massive spoilers for the show, but nobody knows what it is yet, which is pretty good, I'd say. So I don't think we'll hear what the set will be until at least a few episodes into the show, but we will have to wait and see. Of course, it may contain some big spoilery characters. We will just have to wait and see. Next one is one that we don't know the set number for, but we know a lot of details about, and it's from a reliable source called Promo Bricks. This is the 18 plus Death Star trash compactor for, we don't really know the piece count anymore, but probably $60 US will be the price. That is not really confirmed though, but it was the rumor price when it was attached to another set number, which didn't turn out to be true. This will release later in 2022. We don't know when, just that it is a set that is coming out. There are 4 minifigures, being Luke Skywalker in a Stormtrooper disguise, Han Solo in a Stormtrooper disguise, Princess Leia and Chewbacca. And it's part of the new iconic quote subline, as I like to call it, where we're getting some sets in May with the Yoda's training and the Death Star trench run set. And yeah, this one will have the 2x6 tile saying one thing's for sure, we're all going to be a lot thinner. It has a 20 stud wide base with brown and grey walls, and various junk pieces lay on the ground. So that's what we know about that set. We don't know when it will release, but I just wanted to mention it as one that is possibly/probably coming in summer 2022. Next up is an unreliable rumor, being a Republic fighter tank set. Now this one we don't have a set number or a piece count or really a price, though it's meant to be between $30 and $50, maybe even $60, but I think $50 is the right price. It's meant to come with 4 figures, being Mace Windu, being the same one from the UCS gunship, which I guess makes a lot more sense now considering that the other exclusive figure is now coming in a set. It'll contain 2 187th Troopers and 1 187th Airborne Trooper. It's meant to be larger than the 2017 one, but smaller than the 2008 one. And yeah, we're not really sure otherwise. We don't know when this is coming out, but I'd say to, of course, take this with a grain of salt. But if I'm doing my predictions, which I will be doing in this video, I will count this as one of the more likely ones, considering that we have actually heard something about it. From the same unreliable source, we kinda learnt that 2 brickheads will be coming in a dual pack, being an Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader one based on the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Now Obi-Wan is meant to be in his episode 3 cloak, which doesn't make much sense, and Darth Vader is meant to be a similar size to the Hagrid brickheads, which is just slightly larger. Okay, cool, this sounds like a cool brickheads. Again, I'm just not too sure if this is coming out, but if it does come out, it will probably be in summer, probably August, like with the Mando and the Child brickheads. They came out in August with the rest of the wave, so I would expect that if this set rumor is true, it'll be coming out then. Now we're going to move on to the set numbers we know about. The first one is set 75303 for an unknown price. Now this one may seem familiar, and it wasn't actually on today's list, but this is actually meant to be coming out in 2022, according to Brickset and Jedi Jack Penguin and stuff. This set has been delayed, I guess, because it was first rumoured as a set for summer 2021, and it was rumoured as a UCS set. So that's really interesting. It was meant to be the May 4th set, I believe, but then for some reason that didn't happen, and it was delayed. So I don't really know why it would be delayed, unless I could say that they're going to release it in time for a another like material or a show that would make more sense. So what I could see is perhaps this being a UCS Slave 1, but they could have still released that then. I think would have even been a smarter move, but that could be it. Again, I think that would be the May 4th set if anything though, so I'm not really sure, unless it's something to do with Obi-Wan Kenobi, like maybe his Jedi Starfighter or whatever, maybe the Delta one. I think that's possible, but that set wasn't originally received well, so really I don't know what this will be, but I presume it will be a $200 UCS set. Next up is set 75323 for 160 USD. Now this set number wise lines up with the Winter Wave, but we could be seeing a similar thing that happened with the Darth Vader Meditation Chamber, where that lined up with the 2021 Winter Wave, but it was released in the summer. So it's a similar thing here. Set numbers are a weird thing, that's something to always keep in mind. Like usually they go up in monetary order of what's the most expensive for these waves, but now we have the $160 set at the start here. So yeah, it's weird, set numbers are weird. What could this set be? There are a few options, I think. A lot of people will be saying the Geonosis Arena though, and that does make a lot of sense. Usually these are like a big AT-AT or a big Star Destroyer, so I don't know what this could be. It's not really time for another Star Destroyer. Perhaps it could be the Imperial Star Destroyer, because we haven't had a play scale one since really 2014. They'll be kind of cool, but there's still the Light Cruiser on shelf, so I'd say that they should probably wait for that. But they are different, I will say. Another thing is a Venator. I heavily doubt that. Could be an Imperial one from the Bad Batch as like a Season 2 set, but again, I don't think the big $160 slot will be taken up by a Bad Batch set. So this is probably something, it could be from Attack of the Clones, but it is probably something from the movie or an important TV show. It could even be a Book of Boba Fett set. I think that could make a lot of sense. Again, with The Mandalorian Season 2, the Imperial Light Cruiser was, of course, the big $160 set, so we could be seeing something like that. Next up is set 75331, which is going to be $530 US, which is a really, really weird price. Like, why not just 500 or 550? You know, 530 is just really weird to me. But yeah, that's expensive. And I was suspecting this to be a $350 set with an MBS thing, but 530? Jeez, that's massive. And I guess you could say, oh, 530, 350 mixed up. I doubt it. But, you know, this is weird. This is a really, really weird price. But I do still think this is going to be a massive MBS set. And what I could see this being is potentially an indoor. I think that makes a lot of sense. Just generally indoor. That's what I've always thought the next MBS set will be. Of course, we are lined up pattern-wise to get a new MBS set. Like, they are kind of doing it every 2 years now. So, since the Mos Eisley Cantina was in 2020, now 2022 seems to be the MBS year. So that could be what we're seeing here, and I presume it will be an MBS set. But $530 is massive, and I really don't know what it will be. So that's like an extra nearly $200 on. So this better be a big one. So I really don't know what it is. The only other thing I could say, which I think is very unlikely, is probably another playset Death Star, but that doesn't seem likely. Like, they retired the other one, so maybe it's time to bring out a new one, and I guess that price could make a bit of sense. It was at this point that I realized this video will be at least 20 minutes long and probably my longest video ever. Anyway, set 75332 is going to be $30. If anything, I think this will be a snow speeder. It just makes so much sense. I've been saying this for so long. This is the last wave that I will be predicting a snow speeder because it's the last one that makes sense. But a snow speeder, it just works. We've got the UCS AT-AT, all the other Hoth sets. So for $30, I think it could be this. The other thing I guess it could be would be a $40 set, and there is one coming up, so it could be that, but I do think that $30 is the way to go. Remove the bad turrets and whatever. I don't think that one sold well. I didn't buy it personally because it was $40, but yeah, $30 I will consider. 75333 is another $30 set, and what I could say for this is probably an A-Wing based on Andor. There's a lot that you can do with $30. I think that there's the biggest range of sets open for this price point. It could be something from the Bad Batch Season 1 or Season 2. I think it could be any of those, but I'd say an A-Wing from Andor makes a lot of sense to me. Like, we've seen it in the sizzle reel and whatever, him like crashing an A-Wing. So I could say that with Cassian and maybe some other figures from the show, I think that would make a lot of sense to me. 75334 is going to be $50, and I do think that this could be the Republic fighter tank. As I said before, it has more weight than the other ones. The other thing that I think this could be is another downscaled set. Like, there is probably a downscaled set somewhere in this lineup. Whatever that could be, we don't know. Probably an original trilogy set, like maybe, probably not an ATST anymore, but maybe a Y-Wing we could see. Maybe even a B-Wing. I don't think that needs to be downscaled anymore though, but probably another downscaled set will be coming, and we've had two $50 downscaled sets now, so it makes a lot of sense that this could be it, but I do think that the Republic fighter tank is the most likely one. 75335 is going to be an $100 set. There is a lot for this that it could be. It could be something based on Geonosis, it could be anything, could be based on the Bad Batch, maybe get a Crosshair shuttle at that price. I don't really think that a Crosshair shuttle was coming though, like I don't know if that would sell well, but yeah, it could be anything, maybe a Bad Batch Season 2 set, maybe a Book of Boba Fett set, maybe an Andor set, it could be like a large U-Wing, like the last one was $80, but it could include some other $20 build. It is also time that I should mention that it's probably time to get another TIE variant. Like, I'm sure this will be coming in the wave. By this time, the last one will be 1.5 years ago, so it makes a lot of sense to get another TIE variant in this wave. Whatever that could be, I don't know. But I'm sure Andor will have some new TIE variant that's really cool, so I'm sure that that will be coming. And yeah, just any Imperial vehicle from Andor makes a lot of sense. 75336 is also $100. Again, what I was saying about the Imperial vehicles though, there is that one from Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Inquisitor ship. I think that there'll be an $80 set though, if anything. And there is no $80 sets on this list so far, which is really weird. But yeah, $100, again, so much it could be. I really don't know, but let me know your thoughts down below. What could that set be? 75337 is going to be $140. Now that's kind of a weird price. I think this is going to be Echo Base. That makes a bit of sense to me. Maybe a big one, not $160, not $120, but $140. I could see it being Echo Base. Maybe Geonosis Arena. It's kind of a weird price point, but there's still a lot you could do. So yeah, I don't really know what this could be. It's probably something from the shows, but again, it could be anything really. 75338 is going to be $70. I think this could be a buildable droid, as we haven't gotten one this year yet, so I think that makes a lot of sense to me. So yeah, maybe an 18 plus set, maybe even, yeah, just a buildable droid in general. There is a lot for $70 again though, so yeah, it could really be anything. Maybe the Justifier from the Bad Batch, maybe that'll even show up in the Book of Boba Fett if Cad Bane's in it. Maybe that's 75325, we're just not sure. But yeah, I would say a buildable droid, and maybe AZ3 or a Gonk droid makes the most sense to me. 75339 we don't know the price for, and it wasn't on this list, but it was rumored a couple days ago that this is a set coming, and it will be coming out in the May/June wave. So yeah, again, this could be anything, though it is probably a show set. If I had to guess what this May/June wave is for, then it could be its own wave for the shows, and then in August we have the normal sets, and then these set numbers are kind of a cross of both. So yeah, that's my guess actually. So we could have almost a split wave again, but one wave will be dedicated to the shows, and one will be dedicated to August. 75340 is going to be $45 USD, and a lot of people are saying that this is going to be the advent calendar, and I agree. So $5 extra, that's quite sad. I already think that the advent calendars are overpriced at $40. I think they should be at least $35. So yeah, this just solidifies that I am never going to buy an advent calendar, because they are just too much for what they are. I know that the piece count is there, but what you're getting just doesn't feel like it to me. And that's just my opinion. You might disagree. But yeah, I just think that $45 for an advent calendar is really sad. But what could this advent calendar have? Again, we can't really guess. But I could guess the Christmas figure. I would say Christmas Boba makes the most sense. Maybe he's in my advent calendar. You'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's just, I'm just really sad by that news. But it was definitely an inevitable thing. 75342 is going to be $40. By the way, 75341 is the UCS Land Speeder, if you didn't know. But yeah, again, this could be the Snow Speeder. But yeah, it could be anything. There is so much that could be done here. And really, I could say Obi-Wan's heart. I'd say it's probably an Obi-Wan Kenobi set though. Like, that's just my gut feeling. There's probably something based on that. Again, we haven't seen much, so we can't really guess. But I think a $40 Kenobi set makes a bit of sense. 75343 is a $60 set. Now this one's actually coming out in March, but it was on the list, so I decided I'd mention it. And this one's an 18 plus set. This one's actually confirmed by a website, but it's 18 plus. It's probably going to be a helmet set, and it's rumored to be a Dark Trooper helmet. We knew that already. I covered it before, but yeah, it just makes a lot of sense that it's a Dark Trooper one. It's also a bit of a surprise though, like getting a Mandalorian one that's kind of that niche, I think, for a Dark Trooper. I don't know if that one will sell well. Again, it's a really cool helmet, but I don't know if that'll sell as well as the others. And yeah, that's been everything we know so far. I don't think this has actually turned into a 20-minute video, to my surprise. But yeah, those are kind of my predictions too, and just everything we know. Of course, let me know your predictions down below. Are you excited by all these set numbers as well? However, yeah, that'll be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. That'll be all, folks. Goodbye.